ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदाख्यं विश्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते वेशगोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकान्ता कान्ती राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. So I welcome all of you for today's session. So today we'll be discussing the various feelings of Pandu Maharaj after getting curse from brahmana who was in the deer's form. So Pandu was lamenting for his mistake. There's a Kindama. Brahmana's name was Kindama. Pandu Maharaj was intoxicated in hunting, or otherwise intoxicated with the hunting, and because of that he lost his intelligence. तस्याद्य व्यसने बुद्धिः संजातीयं ममाधमा त्यक्तस्य देवैरनयात् मृगायां परिधावतः तस्य अद्य व्यसने बुद्धिः संजातायं मम अधमा. Because of intoxication in hunting, my intelligence is now became worst. Adhama buddhihi. So I got worst intelligence now. I took such a decision, killing the poor deers which were in maithuna kriya, which were following their maithuna dharma. So that was the very, very wrong mistake. Tyaktasya devai anayat mrugayam paridhavataha. Even I took birth in such a great dynasty, but I was intoxicated in this hunting. So that's why intoxication in anything, that means vasan. Some people they have vasan means majboor hokar karna. That means one is captivated some activity by that activity, and without doing that he cannot stay. And because of that, irrespective of his dharma and adharma, he is controlled by that activity. So that is that kind of taste in something is not at all good. So intoxication is not only coming from the coffee, tea, and some different kinds of the drugs and so and so, but even some have intoxication in doing some kind of this, like hunting, like painting, all this. They should not. That means they should not be controlled by that activity, and so that they are crossing their dharma because of the taste in that activity. That should not be there. So they has to be in their own control, and also they always follow their dharma. It should not make any activity in this universe should not make you to not to fall from your dharma. So that is not at all good. That is intoxication actually. For Kshatriyas, hunting is dharma only. But that became intoxication for him. And because of that, he lost his intelligence and he failed. So to make a right decision, to take a right decision. And he did a mistake. Killing of the animals which were in the maithuna kriya. So that's why he is now lamenting for that. So that should not, that is against the dharma. Killing the animals which were in their dharma. He would have waited for some time. But he didn't wait. Because he has so much intoxication in killing the animals. So this kind of Vyasanam, that means what is the symptom of the Vyasan? A resultant of the Vyasan is losing the intelligence. Some might be having intoxication in watching cricket. So, or Manoranjan, limited Manoranjan, or someone is intoxication in playing games. So, children, they might be so much intoxicated in playing the games. Paying for the children, playing game is not a adharma, but they have intoxication in that. Because of that, they were not able to study, they were not able to do their duties properly. Then that is not good. They has to follow their duties. Any intoxication is not good. And some might be having intoxication in watching movies. Because of this, Matajis, they have intoxication in watching the serials. They are so much intoxicated. Seeing the day and night, different channels. And because of this, they fall from their dharma. That means household activities, not cooking on the time and not feeding the children and not serving the husband. They will say, you only do yours. And that is there, they instead of serving husband with love and care, so she is busy in watching serials and asking him to do his own. He has to serve himself and do. So this is the intoxication actually. So like this, students may have intoxication on this, like watching or the gossiping with the friends is also intoxication. As they spend hours and hours and they are not following their duties. So this is not at all good. So intoxications can be many ways. So those will be causing us to lose our intelligence because of that one fall from the dharma. So that's why Pandu was very much lamenting for this. Because of his व्यसनम, व्यसन हो गया उनके लिए शिकार करना जानवरों की, उससे उन्होंने अभी पूरा गिर गया. So that's why he's thinking, now he got the renunciation feeling. Mokshameva vyavasyami bandho hi vyasanam mahat surutti manuvartishye tamaham pituravyayam. Because of this lesson, his intoxication, I fell from my dharma and now I should look for the moksha. Suruttim anuvartayishye tamaham pituravyayam. Suruttim anuvartayishye tamaham pituravyayam. Now today onwards, I will be following my father's path, Vedavyas. That means I will become Bhikshalu. I will not follow the grhastha dharma now onwards. I will leave this grhasthashram. Ativa tapasa atmanam yojayishyamya sanshayam tasmadeko ekaki ekaikasmin vanaspatau charan vaiksham munirmandascha charishyamya ashramamaniman pamsuna samavechannaha sunyagara krutalayah. I will stay alone in this forest. Ativa tapasa atmanam yojayishyami. I will do the severe austerities. Charan vaiksham munir mundascharishyami ashramamaniman. I will go for begging and I will get the alms and I eat that. And I will clean my shave. I will shave my head. I will clean my head. Means shaving. And I will become silent. And I go for begging in Vanaprastha's houses. And by that, I will make sunyagara krutalayah. I will make this body, this powerful body, to weak. And also, this body will be full of dust. That means at that time, I will not care for the decorating my body. In the grhastha's life, they use so many items to clean their body, so many perfumes, so many this and that they apply. So that they will be pleasing their partner. But in the sannyasis and brahmacharis and vanaprasthas, they don't apply any deodorants. Are there any? So, like what? What we say that? Some sprays, spraying some kind of chemicals, or nowadays they are using chemicals. Previously they used to have chandan and other things and make their body to shine. And also decorating, so many things they do. But I will leave all these things now. My body will be filled with the dust. Pam suna samavachannaha sunyagara krutalayah. And I will be residing in a secluded places where people are not there at all. Gurukshamula niketo va tyakta sarva priya priyaha na shochanna prahrusyamscha tulya nindatma samstuti. Gurukshamula niketo. The root of the trees only is my house. I will reside under the trees. At the roots of the trees, I make my house. That means that roots only my house. Tyakta sarva priya priyaha. I will leave favorable and favorites and unfavorites. I don't have, nothing is favorite and nothing is unfavorite. So we say, na, this is my favorite. This sabji is neem begun is my favorite sabji. Or otherwise we say, So something else is my favorite. This sari is my favorite. This jewelry is my favorite. Nothing. No favorite, no liking, no disliking, nothing. I will leave all this. Na shochan na prashi. Actually, from these words of the Pandu, you have to understand how a sannyasi has to lead. Even don't think Matadis, they don't need to go for the sannyasa ashram. Once their husband went for the sannyasa ashram, they also should live like sannyasini. They should not decorate herself with so many beautiful saris of 50,000, 60,000 rupees of saris, wearing and putting the lakhs of crores of, maybe not crores, lakhs of rupees of jewelry and applying the various sprays to decorate the body. These things they should not do. But in the grhastha life, so to please her husband, so they may decorate in their house. Also in the functions, they should decorate only such a way not to provoke someone's lust, not like that. How it is possible? It is very easy. So decoration also in the three modes. Decoration in the mode of goodness, decoration in the mode of passion, decoration in the mode of ignorance. If someone decorate themselves in the mode of goodness, they can get the respect from the every man. And someone decorate their body in the passion, so passionate way, in the rajoguna. So then they provoke the lust of the people in their heart. So decoration of mode of ignorance. So this is really forest actually then, so that so people will not at all like to speak with them also, mingle with them. So like this, they has to follow sattva-guna. Decent, we say in English, that's word decent. So but this here, Pandu is saying, I will live at the roots of the tree. Tyakta sarva priya priya na shochanna prahrishyam cha tulya nindatma samstuti. I will leave the lamentation and also I will leave the jubilation. Everything I will leave. I will leave the blaspheme. That means nindastu atma samstuti. Someone may appreciate me or someone may blaspheme me, but I will be equal to both. Nirashir nirmama. That means in the Bhagavad Gita we are hearing after the Nishkama Karma Yoga. So one has to leave their karma and karma sannyasa. So once the heart is sufficiently clean, so antakarna suddhi happens. So that they don't have any greed for the or any interest for the results of their work. They develop the sufficient tyaga buddhi in the results of their kamya karma. So then what? Their duty is their karma, not kamya karma, their karma. So then they can leave the work and they can live like a sannyasi. How he should live? That is being explained here. Pandu is whatever he is saying, that is the life one who left his family life. That means he came out from the karma. So the person how he should live, that is being explained here. Nirashir nirmamas nirnamaskaro nirdvandvo nishparigraha nachapyavasan kaschinna kurvan brukutim kvachit. Nirashir, and there is nothing, no desire to gain anything, and also not desiring for the any kind of the respect from anyone. Nirnamaskaro, nirdvandvo, nirdvandva. So who are equal to the sukha, dukkha, and all, lava, alava, jaya, apajaya, all. Nishparigraha, and not no interest in gathering. Now people have so much interest to gather the things. If they go for market, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And also people, man also think, so I want this and I want that. This is the mood of the collecting the things. So I will leave this. And also nirnamaskaraha. I don't expect any kind of the respect. Nowadays, that means till now he was the king. And he was respected by everyone. Now I will leave that. Nachapyavasan kaschinna kurvan brukutim kuchit pachit. And I will never play jokes with anyone. And I will never show anger on anyone. And I will never raise my brows towards anyone. So always I'll be focused in my Atma. Prasanna vadano nityam sarvabhuta hite rataha jangama jangamam sarvam avihimsas chaturvedam. Prasanna vadanaha, always I'll be in the full of bliss. Full of bliss is only possible when one becomes Krishna conscious. That means in the case of the Jnanis, they will be focusing on their attention on the Atma, and they themselves reside in the Atma Gnanam. That means I am soul, I am not body. In this kind of situation, state only they dwell, their consciousness dwells. And anything, whatever is happening in this body, subtle and gross bodies, is not me, mine. Those are all not me. So with this consciousness is always in the bliss. So that similarly in the case of the devotees also, they are always in the consciousness of I am the servant of the Lord in this bliss. So they are always dwelling. They don't care for the anything external happening. So this is not easy state actually. One should understand and also practice. There is a lot of practice is needed. It's not an easy thing. So one should practice daily. So by keep chanting the holy names. So he is saying that Prasanna vadano nityam sarva bhuta hite ratah changama changamam sarvam avihimsas chaturvedam. I will not kill any kind of the living entities. Living entities are four types: Svedaja, Udbija, Andaja, Jarayuja. That means some living entities took birth from the sweat, some appear from the seeds, some appear from the eggs, some appear from the embryo. So like this, all these four kinds of living entities, I will never harm any. Like the mosquitoes are appearing from where? Mosquitoes and also some kind of the like in the so in the insects in the rice and so and so. These are all sweded. And from the seeds, from the seeds like the trees, these are all Udbija. Andaja means like example is hens and so and so birds, Andaja. Jarayuja means humans, mammals, like humans, and also cows, buffaloes, all these pigs, Jarayuja. So I will never harm any one of these. Swasu prajasviva sada samah pranabhutam pati ekakalam charan vaikshyam kulani dasha panchava. Swasu prajasu iva sada samah pranabhutam pati ekakalam charan vaikshyam kulani dasha panchava. Like how father is always affectionate for his children, for his yeah. In the same way, I will be having same kind of affection for all the living entities. And ekakalam charan bhaksham, only one time I will go for the begging. Kakulani dasha panchava. So I will beg from the trees. If the trees are going to give, I will eat. Otherwise, so otherwise I will go for the either 5 houses or the 10 houses and beg whatever they give, I will take. That's all. Either 5 or the 10. That means first go for 5. If they get, if you get what, if they give something, whatever, then you will not go for the 10. But if you didn't get anything from the 5, then you will go for try for the 10. Like that. Asambhaveva vaikshasya charannashananyapi alpam cha punjanaha purvalabhe na jatu chit anyanyapi charan lobadalabe saptapurayan alabe yadivalabe samadarshi mahatapa. So if they are not giving any bhiksha, any alms, then I will be fasting for the days after the days. Even if I get the bhiksha, alms, I will eat only little. So even sannyasi get the bhiksha in the 11th canto, you can see how the sannyasi should. So that's many so things are said in the 11th canto. In the after 10th chapter onwards, you can see. So there it is described. The Susiloncha Vritti, Vanaprastha Vritti, Sannyasi Vritti is also being explained. Even sannyasis also, whatever the bhiksha they get, they should not eat everything. They should first of all keep in a cloth and they have to clean that in the water, which is there, the pond which is there in the outside the village. In that village, they should dip it and take it out, and then after that make the portions for the. So different entities also they should offer, and different devatas, everything they offer, and only whatever the some portion is there for their quota, that much only they should eat. And also it is mentioned how many morsels they should eat is also mentioned. I'm not exactly remembering now, but it is there. It's not that the opulently one should eat. Only just that is a purification actually. One should regulate. In the Krishna consciousness also, one should be careful actually. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also instructs one should not be greed for the getting the opulent. If you have a lot of prasadam, it's not meant for your enjoyment. It is there for the distribution. You have to distribute it. So yes, sannyasis they should distribute it. And even if they eat, so with the mood of distribution, why with the what mood? Their mood is to make others devotee, to please others, to spread the mercy of the Lord to others with that mood. And also if they eat only in the mood of service, they should eat. But in the case of the jnanis, with the mood of the renunciation, they eat. Here, with the out of love, they eat. There should not be any mix of the sense gratification. It's a very subtle consciousness. Actually, there is a capsule. Externally, we say it's a devotion, but internally, capsule is. And inside the capsule, medicine is there like that. Inside, there is our opus. Outwardly, is a sugar coating is there. So similarly, inside is we have the sense gratification. Then that is not good. So if only one time I beg, so out of greed, I will not go for begging. Oh, if I go to this house, they will be feed me. This Mataji is very nice. She will give idli, and that Mataji is very nice. She will give dosa, and that Mataji is because they are all very affectionate for the sadhus because out of their compassionate heart, so they try to feed so many things. But you are not to be greedy for that. Sannyasi should not be greedy to eat those things. And so then we will be falling from our dharma. So sense gratification is there in the person who is wearing the saffron dress. And if he has the mood of the sense gratifying his senses, then he should not wear the saffron dress. Then go for the grhastha life. Today's sense gratification is the tomorrow's fall down. it will definitely lead to the fault. So that's why one should dry up their senses for the respecting the dharma of the ashram. They should respect the dharma of the ashram and follow the dharma rules of the ashram to set an example. Otherwise, what the society will think? If you are eating too much and gratifying your senses, then how the grhasthas will think? What they will learn actually? They never learn how to renounce their life. They will think that, okay, he is also gratifying senses, I can also gratify my senses. They will never any lesson from them. It's not at all right. So that's why sannyasis and Naistic brahmacharis, vanaprasthas, they should not have any mood of the sense gratification. That is a loka dharma actually. That's a varnashrama dharma. Yes, even the devotees also, yes, they should satisfy both. That means they should teach the renunciation, and also for that sake, they should not gratify their senses. They should live very simple. And also, whatever the part they take out of the love to the Krishna, they should eat. Or otherwise, to deliver those people, to give the mercy to the others, so with that purpose only they should eat. One should not be greedy of collecting the things. So when I go for begging, even if I get some days and even I may not get, but in both cases I will be in an equipoised state. Unlike this, yes. So that's why even in the case of the devotees, sannyas ashram means what? We should follow the sannyas dharma. And you said standards of the sannyas life. Renunciation is the principle of the sannyasa life. Austerities is the principle, or the otherwise is the main activity of the sannyasa ashram. So that's why you have to demonstrate those principles for the sake of the society. As per rules of Krishna consciousness, you can honor prasadam, so whatever is offered to the Lord. But still, you are being a sannyasi, it is your dharma to teach the renunciation to the society and austerity to the society. So you should follow this austere life. Eat only one time. One time only they should eat, sannyasis. 3 times eating food is not good. Morning they may take some alpahar, a little, and evening time they may drink little milk. But they should eat only one time. They should go for begging only one time. So only one time eating. Vasyekam takshato bahum chandanaikamukshataha na kalyanam chintayannubayostayo na jivishuvat kinchanna mumurshu vadacharan जीवितं मरणं चैवानाभिनन्दन्न च द्विषन्. So someone may cut my hand. Someone may cut my hand. Or someone may apply the chandan to another hand. But I will be equal to both of them. And I will not appreciate that someone is applying chandan to me. Like you can see the same thing in the Bhadra Gita also. And I will not blaspheme someone who is cutting my hand. So I will not behave like the people who are desiring to live or desiring to die. So people who want to desire, they will be doing the various endeavors. I will not behave like them. Also, people want to die, they will also behave in a certain way. I will not behave like them also. always in the equipoise state, and I don't appreciate of living, or otherwise I don't offend the death. I'm equal to the life and death. या कांश्चित् जीविता शक्या अभ्युदय क्रियाः ताः सर्वाः सदमतिक्रम्य निषेधाभिः व्यवस्थिता तासु चाप्यनवस्थासु त्यक्त सर्वेन्द्रिय क्रियः संपरित्यक्ता धर्मार्थः सुनिर्णीक्तात्मा कल्मषः. So, for the progress of the life, for the development of their life standards, so people, they do lot of karma. Like the people who are desiring some nice cozy life, they will be doing the various activities, karmas, to improve their life situation. I will be leaving all those kind of endeavors. Like example, previously Pandu was conquering all the enemies and collecting the money from them, making them to pay the tax. So, and bringing everything and increasing the living standards in his own kingdom, people of his own kingdom. So these kind of things, I will leave everything. So because these are all temporary, and these are all only temporary results, I will never endeavor for this. It is simply the sense gratification. And I will leave all these kind of activities which are towards the sense gratification. And I will leave the so-called grhastha dharma. And I will be completely clean my heart, and I will focus on the renunciation. Focus on my Atma. Atma Ram. Nirmuktah sarva papebhyo vyatitah sarva vagura navashe kasya chittistan sadharma matarishvaniha. So like this, I will be free from all the kinds of the sins, and I will look for the liberation. And I will leave the ignorance. I will leave all the attachments. And I will not be in anyone's control. That means, like, see, for earning the money and to improve their sense gratification, we accept the control of someone on our lives. We are working under the someone, and we are accepting his control to maintain your so-called situation. That means so-called state of your life, standards of your life. They will give money so that you can enjoy your life. So this kind of control of someone, I will completely leave. I will not be under the control of anyone. Like how the air is not in control of anyone, like that I will also roam around wherever. So like air goes here and there without any restriction. Same way, I will not be under anyone's jurisdictions. Etaya satatam nritya charannevam prakaraya deham samstapayishyami nirbayam margamastitaha. So with this kind of dharana, that means with this kind of mood, the way whatever the things he said, I will maintain my life and I will look for the liberation. And I will be free from the fear. And in this way, without any fear, I will leave this body finally. Naham sukrupane marge sarvavirya yakshaya sochite swadharma santatapete chareyam virya varjitaha. So now I am completely devoid of the ability to produce children. So there is no point in residing in this grhastha ashram. So I am not fit for the grhastha ashram now. And I lost my potency to produce a children. So I cannot produce. Because if you try to produce, you will be dying. Finish. So that's why I cannot walk on this path of grhastha now. Because in the grhastha life, you are not able to produce children, then what is the point? So grhastha life is meant for producing the children and bringing them up, and so that one can be help the jivas to get the body, and so to do practice in the Krishna conscious society. So they give birth to the children so that others can get the association of Vaishnavas and they can go for that means progress in the spiritual path. That is the purpose. Vaishnava society, community people, they get married. What about the normal society? At least they should be thinking that to produce a son and to pay the pitruruna, to repay the pitrurunam. For that sake, they should produce a son, and so that son is offering the pinda to all the forefathers, so that by producing son, he will be helping the pitru devatas. So they are getting on right time their food in the form of the pinda, which is offered by the son. So to repay the pitrurunam, they go for the marriage and produce the son. So now I am unfit for this. So there is no point of residing in. There is no point of residing in this grhastha ashram. Let me take the sannyasa ashram. सत्कृतो वापि नोन्यं कृपणा चक्षुषा उपैति वृत्तिं कामात्मा ससूनां वर्तते पदी. So after getting the appreciations or sometimes depreciations with the deen hokar, means being so meek, and deen ko kya bolte hain, being so meek and approaching someone else for the jivika, for maintaining the livelihood. That means that person may sometimes insult him or sometimes appreciate him, but bearing all these and being so, that means humble in front of them, दीन होकर उनके सामने रहते हुए, so only for the sake of getting the livelihood, so and gratifying in this way the senses. This is the life of the dogs. This is a dog life. I don't want to live this kind of dog life. कुत्ते भी ऐसा है ना, ऐसा घर के सामने बैठा रहती है. I used to explain many times, because in my childhood I have seen this several times. Every day I used to say. So in the villages, small huts, houses we have. So these dogs, the street dogs, they run. They know on the time when we eat the food. They exactly know actually. 7:30 we used to eat, 7 o'clock, 7:30 evening. And it will be coming very quickly. So quickly, I used to see from far. And I used to run behind it. Where it is going. It will go to the house and where the people are eating, and it will go and keep the 2 legs up like this and 2 legs down and watching. Even if they give one slab, it will never go. It will smile and it will sit like that only. Dog actually. Because it is not going, nobody will beat such a hard way. Even if they say, go from here, it will not go. And it will keep the smiley face and the tongue is outside and that water is coming down and keep on seeing. So what can we do? Everyone see that kind of situation? Okay, they will give something and somewhere else. So little far they will give, keep something and it will eat and it will go in another house. After eating, 2 minutes it will see here and there and run from there to another house. This is people also to maintain their jivika. So who has work? So in front of them, they will go and sit like a dog. And sometimes they beat. That means they dismiss or they may scold, but still they will be bearing everything and to maintain their life. So this is the dog life actually. This kind of dog life, I don't want to live. Satkruto vapi nonyam kripana chakshusha. The dog is very humbly with a meek face, an innocent face, and it is just watching. Even they beat him, even they do anything, it will never go like that. Upaiti vrityam kamatma, only that desire is getting food. Similarly, here also people, they want to gratify their senses for this sake, so they are going. But in the case of the sannyasi, you may think sannyasi is also begging house to house like a dog. You may think, but he is not kamatma. Here, this person who is compared with the dog, kamatma. That means he is going to that someone who give the job to them or jivika to them, livelihood for them. So he is going to their houses out of what? Kama, lust, gratifying their senses. Like the dog wants to gratify its senses. So there's a difference. Sannyasi is also going for the begging. There is a difference is there. Sannyasi is not, and he is benefiting. Sannyasi is benefiting them, and he has only for delivering the people, especially Vaishnava sannyasis. They go for the house to house. In the case of the Sukadeva Goswami, they keep on reciting the Bhagavatam and going house to house and Godohana Kala Matram, just the time it takes to milk the cow. So that much time he used to go for begging. And he is delivering the people actually. Even sannyasis also, they deliver the society. That is the highest dharma, sannyasa dharma. They are not dogs. But the person who wants to gratify senses and for that he is getting the, bearing the insult and all this, and but meekly just to maintain livelihood, he is the dog. So then after this, after saying this, finally Pandu is taking the long breaths and looking towards the Kunti and Madri. So he is telling to them, my dear wives, so you people please go back to Hastinapur. Arya Satyavati Bhishmaste cha Raja Purohita Brahmanascha Mahatmanah Somapaha Samsitavrataha Pauravrittascha ye tatra Nivasyantyasmadashrayah Prasadya Sarve Vaktavyah Pandu Pravrajito Vanam. Oh, my dear queens, my dear wives, please go to Hastinapur. There, Ambika is there, Ambalika is there, and Vidura is there. My brother Vidura is there, Sanjay is there, and also Bhishma is there, Bhishma Dev, and Raja Purohit, Brahmanas, Raja means Dhritarashtra. Satyavati is there, Radhima, grandmother. Satyavati is there. So these are all there. You go there. Be in the protection of them. And you tell to also so many Brahmanas are there. People are there. So many whom we have to please. They all, that means a lot of people took shelter of us. Many people are there, many well-wishers are there. You go there and you tell to all of them that Pandu has taken the Pravrajito Vanam, Sannyas Diksha has taken. You tell this. Pandu is no more is मजबूरी से सन्यासी बनाएगा है ना because of curse, because some accidents like this happens in our life. People also get so much frustration on their life and come to the temples, and they get a lot of relief by hearing the Krishna conscious philosophy, and they get a lot of happiness by following this Krishna conscious life. Like this, so many people they became devotees. So this is the happened like in the case of Arjun also, when he saw all his opponents with whom he has to fight. So those in that group there are so many his own people are there like Bhishma and Drona. By seeing this, he got a lot of renunciation and he wants to take sannyas. Like same thing, Yudhishthir Maharaj. Once the battle is over, the so many people's heads are cut off, hands are cut off, and the blood was flowing like rivers in the Kurukshetra. Millions of people died. Millions of the horses, elephants has died. By seeing all of this, he got the renunciation. All the wives of the Kauravas are lamenting, and by seeing them as vidavas, the Yudhishthir Maharaj's heart was broken. And he said that I don't want, I want to take the sannyas. Really. So like this, these situations will make one to think deeply about what is the reality actually. When we get this kind of punches in the life, one get the renunciation. That renunciation will be maintained when they come in the association and they stay in the association of the sadhus. But if they don't maintain the association of the sadhus, that renunciation will be finished. If they are not in the association of the sadhus and if they don't regularly hear the reality of the life, the reality of the life is the Krishna, is the reality. So if the absolute truth is Krishna, if they keep on hearing, that will be maintained. Otherwise, very easily Maya can cover back they whatever renunciation they got, and once again they fell prey to this Maya, and they finished. They will be dwelling in the so-called miseries. So that's why one has to always take the association, satsanga, maintain the association of the sadhus. Then they will be happily, they can progress. Otherwise, once again Maya will be attacking. So Pandu was asking them to go back and tell to all the citizens of the Hastinapur that Pandu has taken the sannyasa ashram. After hearing this, what was the response from the Madri and Kunti and Madri? So they spoke like this. त्यक्त्वा ग्राम सुखाहारं तप्यमानो महत्तपः वल्कली फूलमा मूलाशी चरिष्यामि महावने. Sorry. I read the wrong slogan. Anyopi hyashrama santi ye shakya bharatarshava avabhyam dharma patnibhyam sahataptum tapo mahat. So Kunti and Madri, they are very chaste women, dharma patnis. And they said that, oh Raja, why you are choosing the sannyasa ashram? Why can't you select another ashram? What is that another ashram? Vanaprastha ashram. शरीरस्यापि मोक्षाय स्वर्गं प्राप्य महाफलं त्वमेव भविता भर्ता स्वर्गस्यापि न संशयः. Why can't you take this Vanaprastha ashram which is fit for getting the liberation? Or otherwise, if you want to get the Swarga also, it can be possible. So, see, I already spoke. There are the three types of the Varnashram systems. Karmis Varnashram system. So, next, Varnashram system for the people who want to get liberation. That means Jnanis. That means who are impersonalist Varnashram, we say. Jnanis. They will be focusing on impersonal Brahman. And third Varnashram is Varnashram meant for the devotees, aspirants of the pure devotees. So that is the Daiva Varnashram. So in the case of the Karmi Varnashram, they also follow Brahmachari, Grhastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. And their focus is what? To go to the Swarga. Their focus is going to the Swarga. And in the case of the impersonalist Brahman, whoever is desiring, and those people, they take the sannyasa ashram to go and merge into the Brahman. And in the case of the aspirants of the pure devotion, they take the sannyasa ashram. So to finally, to become a pure devotee. And after that, even after entering into the pure devotion, even if they maintain sannyasa ashram only to teach the people in the beginning of entering into the pure devotion, one need to have some kind of the renunciation that is known as Yukta Vairagyam. Yukta Vairagya is needed before to become a pure devotee. That means one will take the help of Jnana and Vairagya. So to teach the Yukta Vairagya principle. But once if we become pure devotee, then he is always engaged in the 24 hours devotional service. So he doesn't have any kind of consciousness of there is no need of point of Vairagya or the Jnana in that stage. But in the case of the above to this, before to this, Jnana and Vairagya are taken help. That Vairagya, which is favorable to the Bhakti, which can make one to become more and more devotee. So that Vairagya is known as Yukta Vairagya. So to teach the Yukta Vairagya principle, they will maintain Sannyasa ashram even after entering into the pure devotional platform. So like this, so three categories of the ashrams are Varnashram systems are there. But in the case of the Karmis, so I said in our diagram downside, Karmis Varnashram, in that sannyas they don't take, they always focus on the grhastha ashram only. Even if they retire from the grhastha life, their focus is only limited to the Swarga. So here she is saying, Kunti is saying, Kunti and Madri, Sari, this Vanaprastha ashram is favorable to the moksha also, is favorable to the Swarga also. Sarirasyapi mokshaya Swargyam prapya mahaphalam tvameva bhavata bharta swargasyapi na samshaya. So the austerities, whatever are done in the Vanaprastha ashram, those are going to give the either Swarga or otherwise moksha. The focus depends upon only the focus. So in the case of devotees also Vanaprastha ashram, Sannyasa ashram is there. In the case of impersonalist also there is a Vanaprastha and Sannyasa is there. In the same way in the case of the Karmis, general Varnashram system. So that's why they are proposing what ultimately you might be getting so much deep here knowledge and don't strain your brain. Simple thing. They are saying that why are you taking the sannyas ashram? Why don't you take the Vanaprastha ashram? We also can be allowed according to the Vanaprastha ashrams to stay with you. We don't want to go back to the Hastinapur. We want to stay with you. Pranidhayendriyagramam Bhartrulokaparayane Tyakta Kama Sukehyavam Tapasyavo Vipulam Tamaha. We will also leave the sense gratification, we will also leave our lust. We don't ask you to unite with me, us. We will also leave this mood. And we will go to the Patilok. Vartruloka Parayanaha. Patihi, Patilok will be there. The Pitrulok, like that, Patilok. What is this Patilok? You might be surprised. Patilok means wherever Pati goes, going there. That is a Patilok. So they want to go to the Patilok actually. So our target is going to Patilok, your lok. Wherever you go, we also go with you. And you left the desire for the kama, that means lust. So we will also leave that. Kama sukham, we will also leave that. And we will also follow the austerities. Yadi chavam mahapragna tekshasi tvam vishampate adyevavam prahasyavo jivitam natra samshaya. If you leave us, and then we will immediately leave our life today only. There is no doubt in that. We will die. Previously, they want to die, immediately they will die. They have such a ability to, they are able to stop their life here and they immediately die easily. So such a potency they used to maintain. So they were saying to Pandu like that. Then Pandu was saying, oh, so my dear wives, if you all decided like this, it's very good. Definitely, then I will not take Sannyasa ashram. I will not go for Sannyasa ashram. Then I will stay in Vanaprastha ashram. You both also can stay with me. So I will also today onwards, I will eat only. So in the case of Vanaprasthas, they will be going for the Siloncha Vritti. Vanaprasthas is how they maintain their life. Siloncha Vritti, you know, na? Go and picking the remnants which are left over there in the fields or otherwise in front of the shops. So whatever the grains are falling, those they pick. Like in the vegetable vendors, they will be throwing out some damaged vegetables. So picking those and cutting and cleaning and eating that. This is the Siloncha Vritti. So this they do, Vanaprasthas. Vanaprasthas, yes, they maintain life like this. Then we will follow this. Or otherwise they collect the fruits. They beg from the trees. Beg from the trees means what? They go and they attack on the tree and throw the stones and break the branches and get the fruits. This is they are going to do. That is not begging. That is a snatching. Begging from the trees means what? Whatever the fruits are falling, like if you come to our now jam roll trees. So fruits are falling because of once they are ripened, there will be some kind of damage will be there. Once that means ripen or insects are eaten away. So those kind of fruits, they collect it, clean it, and they eat. This is the begging from the trees. They don't harm the trees. They don't snatch from the trees. No. They don't pluck from the trees. This was the standard actually. Vanaprasthas, they should maintain their life like this. So that will purify the heart actually. That will purify them from the various sins. That is austerity. Will bring the purity in their heart. But when you are having the cheating, covering, if we cover our sense gratification and externally we say Vanaprastha, that is not going to purify their heart. So that is the thing they want to do. We will be begging from the trees, or otherwise we will be doing the Siloncha Vritti. In this way, we will maintain our life. So we will leave all, like till now they are the Kshatriyas and the queens and king. They were having the very opulent preparations. This biryani, that pulao, and these sabjis, varieties of the previously Vedic times, there are so many varieties of the food items they used to prepare. Now we don't have that kind of science also now. Now we became so blind enough. They used to eat such a opulent food. Now they want to leave everything. And also they will leave all the decoration, everything. And they will be wearing only the Nara battalu means so made from the jute clothes. Agnau juhannubau kalavubau. Now we are hearing the dharma of the Vanaprastha. You should not just think about the story. You should focus dharma, what is being taught here. Now in the conversation, we are hearing what is the dharma of the Vanaprasthas. Vanaprastha life is mandatory for every grhastha. If they don't go for the Vanaprastha life, that is not at all good actually. That's not at all good. Becoming Krishna consciousness, even maintaining the Krishna consciousness, even further more austere than the maintaining the simple Vanaprastha life. Krishna consciousness life is not a license for the sense gratification. Like Prabhupada says, marriage is not the license for the sense gratification. Similarly, Krishna conscious philosophy is not a license for the sense gratification. No. It is very really higher consciousness. So accepting everything as a service, even one do eat anything, and it is a mood of the service, not the mood of the sense gratification. It is there, then anyabhilasha shunya will not be satisfied. They are not at all in the devotion actually, as per the standards of Rupa Goswami. So that's why one should at least practice the renunciation of life. They should know this. That's why Rupa Goswami is saying before entering into the pure devotion, there is a helpers. That means Jnana and Vairagya also can help us. We have to take this help. We should know how to maintain the renounced life so that you can become anyabhilasha sunyam. You don't know how to maintain renounced life, and you will never understand what is anyabhilasha sunyam. You will be in a just illusion that you are in the standard given bhakti by the Rupa Goswami. Once if you practice the renounced life, then you will understand, oh my God, that means renunciation means what? Voluntarily. So accepting the austerities. That means what? Yourself, you are living the sense gratification. That means what? That is the beginning, helping tool to practice anyabhilasha sunyam. You are understanding my point? So like this, Rupa Goswami was also saying, this Daiva Varnashram Dharma, that's why it is needed to bring back the reality actually. To lift the people to the platform of the pure devotion, it is needed actually, definitely. Otherwise, people always in the illusion actually. Illusion. Srila Prabhupada wanted to introduce this system. He initially he encouraged everyone, whatever they are doing, yes, come, let us at least take up this chanting. That is the beginning of the show. But that's not the ending of the show. Now just a show began. Then there is a lot is there actually in the society. There is a lot is there to introduce to this society, to this Krishna conscious society. So anyway, gradually, step by step, everything will be come into the existence. Agno juhvannubau kalau upasprishan krusha paramitaharas chira charma jatadara. Okay. We all, that means these three, that means in the Vanaprastha ashram, they will be bathing 2 times and also doing the Sandhya and also doing the 2 times Agnihotra, and they will be wearing the deer skin. That means not the hunting the deers and wearing their skin, no. The dead deers will be there, taking out like the dead cows after the cow's natural death. So natural death of the cows, one can take out the skin of that cows and use it for the, so for making the various, like making the mridangas. That's ahimsa leather, we say that. Removing the skin of a naturally died cow. Similarly, naturally died these mrugas, that means deers, their skin can be utilized to wear, to cover their body. And they are saying we'll be wearing this natural deer skin, and we'll maintain jata. Jata means not decorating the hair, applying the oil every day and making this, that, so much. For maintaining hair also, there is a lot of time goes. And we don't want to maintain, they will make the jata of that. And also, they will be eating very less, so that make the body in a controlled situation. If you eat too much, what will happen? Your senses will become very strong and they agitate. So that's why they are saying we will not eat too much and will make this body weak. Weak means not sick. They will make this body very weak, not sick. And Sitavata tapassaha kshutpipasa anavekshakaha tapasa duscharnedam Sariram upasoshayan ekantashili vimrishan pakva pakvena vartayan pitrun devanscha vanyena vagbhiradbhirascha tarpayan. Will be bearing the heat and cold. This is the nature actually. One should, all the society people, they has to bear the natural heat and cold. They should not try to rectify these things. Maybe even if they want to rectify the heat and cold, they should use the natural methods. They can use the hand fan. They can use, maybe that means, so that it is not against the nature. Even electricity, this is also previously they were not at all using this, because it is also stopping the water of the rivers and producing electricity is also against the Vedic principles. This kind of electricity production is also against. They were not using, only they are using the hand fans, or otherwise they are sitting under the trees. So this was the situation, and using the ACs, and this is the horrible actually. This is a higher standard of against the, this is a higher thing against the nature. So like that, natural remedies they were using. Even in the grhastha life they use. This was the situation. Kshutpipasa anavekshakaha. And we don't care for the hunger and thirst. We don't care for this. And following all the time austerities and making this body to get dried. Always ekantashili vimrishan pakva pakvena vartayan. Always sitting alone and meditating on the Atma, meditating on the Brahman, and always eating the pakva pakvena vartayan. Pakva means ripen, means the fruits which are falling from the trees. Or otherwise, apakva means roots. That means different plant roots. Those things they eat. By this, we will be leading our life. And in this way, Pitrun Devanscha Vanyena Vagbhiratpirascha Tarpayan. Whatever the fruits they get, they will offer that to the Devatas and Pitrus and Devas. And like that, satisfying them, and then only after that eating. So, in this way, that means in the case of karmis, they do like that. In the case of devotee vanaprasthis, they will offer that to the Lord actually. Then after that they accept it. Slowly, slowly we are seeing the reduction of the forest. Previously, lot of forest was there. Now we are Vanaprastha, Vane Prasthanam. This is not happening also. Vrindavan is also now, there was previously 12 forests were there. Now no forest, only buildings. Vanaprastha janasyapi darshanam kulavasinam na priyanyacharanyishyami kim punargramavasinam. So like this, we will reside in the Vanaprastha ashram. So like this, we'll follow the various severe austerities. So like this, all three decided they want to be in Vanaprastha ashram. So then after that, what they did? First and foremost, now they are beautifully decorated. Pandu, also he has removed earrings, all the bracelets, whatever the different ornaments. And Mother Kunti and also Madri, they were fully. So now, since in the grhastha ashram, they were like demigods. When they are walking in the forest, they are appearing like demigods are walking. They are fully decorated with the various ornaments. All the ornaments they took out, all the ornaments, whatever there, and they changed the dress completely. And they wore the some jute saris and also he wear the dhoti. And they distributed all these things to the brahmanas. They donated to the brahmanas. Brahmanas also, they don't keep and enjoy it. They will donate to someone else. Dadati pratigruhnati. Brahmana also should not be greedy. Wow, kings, these are all ornaments I got and I can enjoy. Then he will gone. His purity of the Brahmana will be gone. So he should also only accept a little bit and he should distribute that to the others. Only as per his need he should keep. Oh, someone is giving so many things, you should accept. And if you enjoy with yourself, you're gone. So, and also they were having a lot of wealth at that time because they were in the grhastha ashram and they said everything to take it back to their servants. So they said to their servants, now we will be taking this Vanaprastha ashram and you take all this wealth back to the Hastinapur. So whatever the wealth they kept with them to maintain their life, that everything they said to take it back and give to the king, Dhritarashtra and others there. When they heard this news that Raja Pandu and also his queens, they are taking the Vanaprastha ashram, they are very young. They didn't have children also. And by hearing this, all the hearts of these servants were broken and they started crying. And from their eyes, the deep, that means, and also very hot water started coming and falling on the ground. And that means they are thinking he's just now he won the so many enemies and he came back. Now suddenly he got this curse and it happened. What he has seen, no enjoyment he has till now. And he didn't have any children also. Now he is taking Vanaprastha ashram. And these servants, they have a lot of affection and attachment for their king and started crying like anything. With the heaviness in the heart, so they took that back, all the opulence, whatever was there with the Pandu at that time in that forest, everything they took it back to the Hastinapur and they gave it back to the Dhritarashtra. Katayam chakire Katayam chakrire ragnasta danam vividam daduhu. And also they said, so Pandu has taken this Vanaprastha ashram. After hearing this, Dhritarashtra heart was broken. Srutva tebhyastata sarvam yatavrittam mahavane Dhritarashtra narasreshtaha Panduve manva sochata. Because Dhritarashtra will have a lot of attachment for his brother. So he was crying for his brother. Oh, what happened to my brother? Such a unwanted thing happened to his life. He got this curse. And in such an early age only, he is taking Vanaprastha and he is taking so many austerities. And he left all the kingly enjoyment. And he started crying for him actually. नशय्यासन भोगेषु रतिं विन्दति कर्हिचित् भ्रातृशोक समाविष्टस्तमेवार्धं चिन्तयन्. So while eating, while sleeping, while walking, every time Dhritarashtra used to keep on thinking about his brother and keep on lamenting for this. बेचारा तो अंधा है और भाई तो इतना मेहनत कर देता, इतना हेल्प कर देता, इतना प्रोटेक्शन है, अभी भाई नहीं है और अंधा है, कैसा फील होगा? तो बहुत दुख तो हो ही जाएगा. So he was crying like anything for his brother. Of course, he has good attachment for the Pandu. Dhritarashtra is not so deeply is envious from the beginning, no. But in the future, when he got son, and after that, gradually, his attachment for his son is increasing, and because of that, putra sneha, moha. So because of that, he started cheating the Pandavas. Otherwise, he doesn't have any kind of bad opinion on the Pandu. No. But Duryodhan was the Kalipurush. Sadharma Vruksha. So along with his two wives, Pandu started residing in this forest. And after that, he started traveling, not staying in one forest to another forest. From first to Nagashata, that was the forest they were there. And from there to they went to the Chaitra Ratha forest. Chaitra Ratha. That's near to the Himalayas. Then after that, they went to the Himalayas. And there is a Gandhamadan Parvat. So they stayed somewhere time there. And in that Gandhamadan Parvat, they were protected by the Siddhas, Maharshis, and these people. And it is very up and downs. And they used to stay on that. In that kind of land only they used to sleep. There is a very, very severe austere place that is. And there was Indradimna Sarovar is also there. They used to reside on the bank of that Sarovar. And after that, they crossed that also and they went to reach to the Shatashrunga Parvat. So these are all there, the different Parvatas in the Himalayas. So we do hear that Himalayas, we see Himalayas are here, and also there are the Himalayas in the Bharata Varsha. Now we are in the Bharata Kanda. There are the Himalayas which are separating Bharata Varsha from other Varshas. That is also there. And that is very far and that is very different from this Bharata Kanda. I have heard like that also. There is another real Himalayas. So that's why sometimes the descriptions, whatever said about the Himalayas, we cannot compare with our Himalayas. So there are in the Jambu Deepa 9 Varshas are there. There is Bharata Varsha. So in the Bharata Varsha, Bharata Kanda is there. So in the boundaries of the Bharata Varsha also there are the Himalayas. And those is unapproachable for us. We cannot go. So we can see these things in the fifth canto, in the cosmology, Vedic cosmology, there we can see. So like that, they were traveling to the various parvatas and residing there and doing the severe austerities. The due course of the time, they got the lot of purity in their heart. They were able to control their senses. So now they got the ability to go to the Swarga. That much austerity they did. And all the rishis who are living with them, they were started liking Pandu so much and this family so much. Some people, some rishis, they used to treat Pandu as their brother. And like that, they started loving him. And some people, they treat Pandu as their son. And like that, they are always giving blessings. And some were treating him as their friend. Some are treating like son. So like this, Pandu became one of the rishi among them. Like the Brahmarshi, like Rajarshi became. That much potency got. So one day there was a Amavasya Tithi. On that day, all these rishis and maharshis, they all began to go to the Brahmaji, to see the Brahmaji, to the Brahmalok. When they are going to the Brahmalok, so Pandu came to know, oh, all the rishis and maharshis, they are going. And he stopped, that means he started asking them. So where you are all going? And please tell to me. Then these rishis said that, actually we are all going to Brahmalok and there is a meeting is there in the Brahmalok. Devatas, rishis, munis and also Pitru Devatas, all they are coming and for that meeting in the Brahmalok. So that's why we are also going. We also got the invitation and we are also going. We want to get the darshan of the Brahmaji. So like that previously from the Goloka also rishis and maharshis, they used to go to the Brahmalok meetings. That much tapasya they did. That means you want to go to the Brahmalok, first you should cross the Maharlok, Janalok and Tapolok. Then Brahmalok, that means Tapolok you should cross means you should do lot of tapasya. These people already they reached to the tapasya, such a tapasya they did. Just they are waiting here. So because of their ability of the tapasya, they are able to go to the Brahmalok. Devatas also, they get the invitation, few Devatas, not all the Devatas. So few Devatas, they also can go to the Brahmalok. Similarly, Pitruloka is also part of the Swargaloka. One small part of the Swargaloka is Pitruloka. So Pitru Devatas also, potential Pitru Devatas, they can also go for that meeting. Like not all the human beings are going for meeting in the Brahmalok. No? Only the austere people they are going no? In our humans also. Rishis and Maharshis. Same way in the Pitruloka also, who are the severe austere people, they only will go. The Devatas also. Like that meeting used to happen and they go and they discuss the various things. What should be done, what should not be done and so on and so. So then after hearing this, so that means they has to cross the Himalayas. From there to they should go the path to the Brahmalok. So when they are leaving to the Brahmalok, along with them, Pandu also started going back. Going back, that means going along with them, not back. Going along with them. उन लोगों के पीछे पीछे जाने लगा. चलो हम भी जाएंगे ब्रह्मन. let we also go. Along with his two wives, he started going. And these rishis and these people, they crossed the Himalayas and north side to the Himalayas. North direction to the Himalayas. These rishis, they started walking. And it's a very severe, austere place. Along with these two wives, Pandu also started walking. They have seen so many variety of things, because after crossing Himalayas, what are the places there? That is not the easy place. Very humans cannot go there also. It's a very austere place, but that is a place where Gandharvas, Apsarasas, they used to play. There's a playground for the Apsarasas and Gandharvas. And they used to have thousands of airplanes there, and they used to enjoy in those forests. So, but reaching to that place is not an easy thing. So these people are walking, and along with these rishis, these three also started walking and going, and they crossed this several rivers and so many different places. That means you should understand, it's not our Himalayas. It is the Himalayas which are their boundary for the Bharata Varsha, not the Bharata Kanda. Okay. So like this, many things they have seen, many caves they have seen, and it was very horrible place to cross through that. Then when they are going like this, and heavy winds were blowing, all the Siddhas, Maharshis, they are going on front, and back these are all there. These two Rajakumaris and Pandu. So then they have seen the difficulty of these people. They started saying, "Oh Pandu, why you are giving so much trouble to these queens? It's not so easy to travel in this path. So why you are taking so much pain?" Then Pandu said that, "So, oh Maharshigan, yeah, you are saying the truth. Because even I cannot cross the Swarga also. Because from that Himalayas they should cross, and then they should take the direction north side, and from there they should go to what? Towards the Swarga they should travel. And then when traveling this is while that's traveling, that what is that? Shishmara Loka. They should cross the Shishmara Loka, and on the top of that, then they should go. There is a Ghurlok, and then they should cross the Himalaya, Sargaloka, they will cross, and then after that, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, then they will go to the Brahmaloka. Even to enter into the Sargaloka, one has to have the children actually. So whoever not having the children, for them, Sarga doors will not be opened. How they can then cross the Sargaloka? They can enter the Sargaloka, then how they can cross? They cannot cross. So then Pandu was saying, so the doors of the Swarga are closed for the people who doesn't have children. I am without children. So definitely I cannot be allowed. Unnecessarily I am coming behind you all. So, and also I am till now I didn't pay, because one of the part of the Swargaloka is Pitraloka. So Pitraloka is also Pitruruna also I didn't repay. Because without having a son, one cannot repay Pitrurunam. If you produce a son, then only Pitrurunam will be paid. The debt actually, Pitrurunam means debt. Debt for the Pitrus can be paid only by producing a son. But I don't have a son. So, and that's why started, that means saying all these things, and Pandu was lamenting. But in the case of the devotees, one thing you should remember. So, in the case of the devotees, even doesn't have a son, there is no problem, but they should fully become Krishna conscious. Then they can directly go to the Golok with the bhakti. But in the general case, I am saying this is for the ordinary people. But for the devotees, one should aspire to become a pure devotee. Even he doesn't have sons, no problem. But if he has good, so he doesn't have any children, and he was thinking that if I die, then who will repay the debt for my Pitru, my forefathers? Because my son is not there. Then my forefathers will not be happy, and I not able to pay their debt. Because how we are debted to the Pitrus? Because this body is coming from them only, their body. So that's why we are all debt. We have the debt for the Pitru Devatas. So to repay that debt, in the case of devotees, they should, I already said, they should offer that means Krishna Prasadam to the Pitru Devatas. In that 6 months, once in a 6 months, that means Pitru Paksha time, they should offer that prasadam to the Pitru Devatas. So then that is a way to repay their debt. We have 4 kinds of the debts. Pitru, Deva, Rishi, Manuja. Pitru Runa, Deva Runa, Rishi Runa and Manushya Runa. So Deva Runa, Rishi Runa or Manushya Runa can be, that means in the case of Pandu it is repaid. But Pitru Runa is not repaid because he doesn't have sons. Deva Runa can be repaid by doing the sacrifices. He did a lot of sacrifices. Rishi Runa also he repaid because he served so many rishis. Manushya Runa is also he repaid. That means he gave the lot of, that means Atidis, guest. So he served so many guests, so many things, and he paid the Manushya Runa. But he didn't repay the Pitru Runa. So that's why he started thinking, lamenting. Himself is thinking here, oh my God, I don't have sons, then how I can repay my debt for the Pitrus, forefathers? By performing the various great sacrifices, I paid the debt for the Manushas, Devatas and also the Rishis. By Swadhyaya. Yeah. And so activities he repaid. But Pitruna is not able to repay. Lamenting for this. To get relief from the depths of the Pitrus, only thing is one should produce the children. Then Rishis. And he is saying, my father is also, Vichitravirya left his body, but in his field, that means in Ambika and Ambalika womb, by Vasudev, we are all produced. And same way now, I am not able to produce children in my fields. That means in Madri and in Kunti and Madri's field. So I am not able to produce a son. So what should I do? Like that, he is lamenting and so thinking like this. Then rishis are saying, so asti vai tava dharmatman vidmo devopamam subham. So then the rishi said that, don't worry, Pandu, definitely in your fields also their great child will be produced. We are seeing through our Divya Drishti. So you stay back here, now no need to come, and we are going. Like that, they went back. So you keep thinking how do it happen. So definitely you are going to get a very powerful children, and we are seeing from Divya Drishti. Then this Pandu started lamenting. They left, and Pandu started thinking then how to produce these children. What is the way? So he went back, and one day he was asking with the Kunti. So how to produce these children? Vichitravirya also left his body without producing children, his father. Similarly, my case also is like that. So something we should endeavor. So like that he was thinking, then he's saying to the Kunti, Apatyam nama lokeshu pratishtha dharma samhita iti Kunti vidurdhira shashritam dharmavadinaha ishtam dattam tapastaptam niyamascha swanushtitaha sarvameva napatyasya napavanamihochyate. So Kunti, so all the people who are following the Dharma Shastras, who establish Dharma, they are saying that without the children, without progeny. People will not get purity without having children. Because even if they do a lot of charities, lot of yajnas, they do tapa, but without children, so nothing will become. Sarvameva anapatyasya na pavanamiha uchyate. Without the sons, even whatever he does, that is not considered as pure. Even you can see in the present day society also, if someone doesn't have children, so they are not put forward actually to do any auspicious activities. People consider that their leading is not auspicious. That is not pure actually. So Pandu is also saying same. Sarvameva anapatyasya na pavanamiha uchyate. Without the children, so he is not considered as a pure person. My charity, all these things cannot be pure. So like that, he was expressing his heartfelt feeling of not having children. So he's saying, I am very much lamenting for this. I am not able to control my mind and I don't have any children. And I don't have any ability to produce children because of this curse of this deer. And I did a mistake when they were in the maithuna dharma. But he started saying, oh my dear, Kunti and Madri, please hear. In Dharma Shastras, there are the two ways, there are the two types of the two categories of the, not types, two categories of the sons are there. First category of the sons are, what is that? Bandhudaayada. Bandhudaayada means, dayada means, what is the meaning of dayada? Dayada means the one who has adhikara. That means adhikara, that means rights, one who has rights on the property and so on. So that's a dayad, means who can share the property. That means sons. So dayad means the one who has right in the properties, father's property. He is known as dayad. So uttradhikari, that means who is having the rights next. So these dayad can be two types, bandhu and abandhu. That means sons, two categories of the sons are there. Dayad means you can take simple word son. Sons are two types, bandhu and abandhu. Bandhudaayada, abandhudaayada. Bandhudaayada means what? Bandhu means, so the son have relationship either through mother side or father side or his own. That means own relationship. Then he is known as bandhudaayada. The son who has relationship through either mother, father or by his own. And abandhu means other than this is abandhu. That means atma bandhu, pitru bandhu, matru bandhu. That means the one who has relationship either by through himself or through the father. That means someone have relationship through the father or through the mother. Then he is bandhu. So bandhudaayada is six. Six people are the bandhudayadas. First one is what? Sanjaya swayam jata pranitascha tatsamah putrika sutaha paunarbhavascha kaninaha bhaginyam yascha jayate. First and foremost, he is producing in the womb of woman whom he married. After marriage, if he produce a child in his wife's womb, then this son is Swayam Jata. This son is known as Swayam Jata. Swayam Jata, that means by himself he produced. Himself he produced that son. Next, Pranita. Pranita means, so in his wife, some good person produced for his sake. for his sake. For example, for the sake of Vichitravirya, Vasudev produced in the Vichitravirya's fields. So Vasudev produced children for whose sake? For the Vichitravirya's sake. So that's why this is the second, Pranita. Third category is daughter's son is also son actually. This is the Putrika Sutaha. This third category, third type of bandhudaayada. Fourth is Paunarbhava. Paunarbhava means so second marriage wali ki bacche. He married some woman. Second marriage for women who had second marriage, and her son is Paunarbhava. What it mean? I'm also actually, I have to see the clearly. What it mean actually, one woman is there and she is going for the second marriage. And might be she is already having a son. And that son, and that means that means someone married a woman, second marriage he did. That means second marriage for that woman. And she's already might be having this son, and that son is his son only. No. And this is, I think, Paunarbhava. I think I'm not clear in this. Because sometimes what happens in the Dharma Shastras, it is allowed. Suddenly, because of some reasons, so very young age, so that woman lost her husband. And I don't know, this is a very rare situation. And she has already also son. And she can marry the another person. And then that person is getting the son also. No. This son is Paunarbhava, I think. I'm not clear actually. So now fifth category is Kanin. Kanin means so the child produced in a kanya. A child produced in a kanya. Like Karna is the Kanin. Like Vasudev is the Kanin. Before marriage, that kanya produced a child. This is described by actually very elaborately by Neelikanta. Commentary it is there. I didn't read this. I didn't get time. So I have to see. That means there will be some conditions with that conditions that from that kanya, so son can be produced. Like Parasara produced a son in a unmarried girl. Then after that, so he made her once again kanya. And he took back that boy with him. So then Parasara, now for Parasara, Vasudev is son only. Without marriage, he produced a son in an unmarried woman, and he took it and he left her, and she married another one. These are all very rare. It's not for the normal society. Don't think it's a normal thing. No, it's not at all a normal thing. So this is the Kanin. Many people they think, oh, Vasudev didn't marry Satyavati, but he produced a boy in a Kanya, and this son can be a son or not. Without marriage, boy is produced, but it is a son. As per Dharma Shastra, he is also bandhudaayada. That means he is also son only. Because he put the conditions. What is that? So I am going to offer to you Matsugandhi, I will make into a Sugandhi. And also there is no problem for your Kanyatvam. These all conditions he put. That means some conditions. And based upon that, son is produced and he took it back. So this is kanin. And final one is in the bandhudaayada category. The final one is Bhaginyam yascha jayate. That means Bahan ka putra. So sister's son is also son. Sister's son is also son. These are the 6 in the bandhudaayada. In abandhudaayada, there are other 6 are there. Dattaha, Kritaha, Kutrimascha, Upagaschai, Swayam Chayaha, Sahodo, Gnati Retascha, Hina, Ioni, Drutaschaya. Dattaha, that means adopted son. Someone's, that means this son doesn't have any kind of relationship with by own or from mother side or the father side. No relationship either through mother side or through the father side or otherwise his own. If you marry a girl and if you produce a son, then that son is having the direct relationship with him. Or if otherwise, if we take this, if we consider his sister's son, then that is a mother father side. He got sister's son as a son, or otherwise daughter's son also he can consider as a son. These are all we have seen. That's bandhudaayadas. But this datta, that means adoption. Someone, some mata pita, some boys mata pita, they just gave to him. Then and he took. Then this is the adopted son. Kritaha. Krita means purchasing. Someone's son and you gave money to them and you took. Is a kritaha. Purchasing. Krutrimaha. Krutriha means someone came to your house and started saying, I am your son. So, like that, he started staying in that house and doing and service and everything. This is a Krutrimaha. And another category is, fourth one is Sahoda. Sahoda means Acha. If you marry a pregnant lady and that son is Sahoda, actually, I think whatever I said in the bandhudaayada, that means, what is that? Which one I give? Paunarbhava. Paunarbhava means what I said. I think whatever I said is wrong. Paunarbhava means what I said. So second marriage. So she's having the son. No. That is not right. I was not clear at that time. Now also I'm not clear, but I'm just putting a guess. So Paunarbhava means, I think, since he doesn't have sons from the first wife, so our existing wives, then for getting sons, he is marrying one more woman. And after that, if he produce a son, then he is Paunarbhava. This is, I think this is Paunarbhava. And here Sahoda means शादी के साथ साथ बच्चा मिला, get one buy one, buy one get one free, like that. If you marry, then he is getting son also. That means he is marrying a pregnant woman. That means माने बिना मैरिज का ही कोई गर्भवती हो गई और उस गर्भवती को शादी कर लिया, तब तो उनसे जो भी पुत्र सह उड़ा माने उड़ा मीन्स मैरिज, सह मीन्स along with the marriage he got the son, then he is sahoda. Okay. And Gnatireta means the one who is belongs to his dynasty, he is making him as a son. And final one is what? Final one's name is Hina Yoni Dhritascha. That means apne se, that means from the lower caste woman he produced a son. He doesn't have sons from the lower caste woman, so his wife is not able to give the son. Then he married some lower caste woman, and from her he produced a son. Then that is the Hina Dhrataha. So among these 10, you have to go for one by one. Later one is worst, and previous one is best. That means producing a son in his own wife. That means Swayam Jataha is the best. Compared to that, Prinita is less. That means in his wife, asking some very good person to produce a child. There is a Pranitaha. Then that is lower one. Lower to that is, if that is not happening, then he should make the daughter's son as son. Even that is daughter also not there, son is not there. Then daughter is not there, daughter son also not there. Then he will go for the Paunar Bhava. That means marrying another woman. And if that is also not possible, then Kaninaha. That is also not possible, then Bhagini. That means making the sister's son as son. Lower to that is adoption. Lower to that is purchasing. Lower to that is making someone just who came and voluntarily saying himself as son and accepting him. Lower to that is marrying a pregnant woman. And so that he is not able to produce, then he can marry already pregnant woman, then he'll get the son by marriage itself. This is, and lower to that is someone belong to his caste, and lower to that is producing son in a niche. Niche means a lower caste woman. So purvam matabhavam matva lipseta vaisutam uttamadavara pumsaha kankshante putramapadi. Purvam abhavam. If previous sin is not possible, then go for the later one. If you are not a Swayam Jata is not possible, then go for the producing a children through a right person. That means in his wife, he can ask a very qualified person to produce a child. So that's why now finally he's saying that is the second option. If that is not possible, then further options. So then he's asking his wife, that means Kunti and Madhi, apatyam dharma phaladam sreshtam vindanti manavaha atma sukradapi prute manu swayambhu bravet. Oh, Kunti, so if someone is not able to produce a child by his own semen, Dharma Shastra is also allowing he can ask a qualified person to produce a child for him. And that son also is his son only. And he can perform all the rituals as per the Shastra for his father. And he can give the dharma, that means results of the dharma. That means that person can do the pindarpanam for the forefathers. And this is accepted by the Swayambhu Manu. Swayambhu Manu accepted this. And Dasmat Tasmat prahishyema prahishyamyadya tvam hinaha prajajanat swayam sadrushat shreyaso vatvam vidyapatyam yashaswini. So that's a Kunti. You accept this proposal. Since now I am not able to produce a child in you, so I will send to you for a person through whom I can get a son. Then what is the response from the Kunti Maharani? Namamarhasi dharmagna vaktumevam katanchana dharma patnim aviratam tvai rajivalochane. O Dharmagna, O Pandu, what you are saying to me? Don't speak like this. I am your Dharma Patni. And I have full attachment for you only. I can produce a child from you only. And otherwise, I can come to the Swarga with you. And to get a child, I will take only your shelter. And to give a child, you only unite with me, no others. I cannot accept anyone else to produce a child in my womb. And I cannot unite with anyone. So I cannot think about this in the mind also. So there is no best person than you in this whole earth planet. And there is one story in this regard. Then Kunti Maharani started saying a story. That means in the story you will be seeing how to produce a child from through the sankalpa. So once upon a time there was a king. He was. So already we are crossing little time. Okay. If I stop in between, you will be feeling very difficulty actually. And I cannot stop here. It's not a right time to stop here. Let me finish something. In a proper place, I will stop. So there was a one king, and his name is Vyushitashva. So Kunti is saying this story to Pandu Maharaj. So, and he was also belonged to Purvamsha only. That means their previous, that means forefathers. That means they are the predecessors. So he was very great king. He was used to do the big sacrifice. He used to satisfy the Indra, Brahmanas, and everyone. And what happened? This Vyushitashva was having a wife, very beautiful wife. He was having, and very powerful. He is also. He conquered all the four directions, and he was so happy in performing the yajnas. And he is also having the 10 elephants strength. But what happened? He has such a beautiful wife. He was dwelling with him for so many days. So many days. No, he has two wives, not one, two wives. Like how Vichitra Virya is having the two wives, he is also having the two wives. Because of the lust, too much lust, he dwelled with them so much. Then after that, he also got the Akshma Roga, TB. Like how Vichitra Virya got the Akshma, same. That means it is there in the genetical problem. So Akshma he also got. Akshma means TB. And then after that, very young age only he left his body, like how Vichitravirya left his body. Then these two wives, they became so much worried. They don't have any children by that time. No santanam. And they started crying. So these widows, they started crying and saying that widow being a widow without husband, so we are always in the pain. It's equal to the death. And they were lamenting so much. And we are also not having any children also. And you please take us. That means that means they are taking the dead body and keeping on that dead body, and you are not there, and what we can do, and without you our life is nothing, and how we can live, and you also take us along with you. Like that they are holding that dead body and crying. So then after that, what happened? There is Akashvani. So there is a lot of things there I am skipping, and finally summary I am saying. So that Akashvani, that means sound came from the sky. So Utjao, so this king only, invisible way is speaking. You after the Rutusnanam, so he is telling to his wife. So after Rutusnanam, you take bath and you keep this dead body and sleep with this dead body. And then after that, you will be getting the children. You will become pregnant. By sleeping with the dead body, how she became pregnant? So Kunti Maharani is explaining. Because of Satena Sushvedi Shavena Bharatarshava Trin Shalvam Chaturo Matran Sutan Bharata Sattama. She produced 7 children. Through the dead body, she produced 7 children. How it is possible? Kunti was saying, Tata Tvamapi Mayyevam Manasa Bharatarshava Shakto Janayitum Putrans Tapo Yoga Balanvitaha. Tapo Yoga Balanvitaha. So, by the Sankalpa, by the Tapasya, that means the king was having this lot of power through his power of that means Sankalpa Bala, power of the Sankalpa, Tapo Yoga Bala, that means through the Yoga Bala, he was able to produce a child, even he is not alive. So through that dead body, he was able to produce a child in the womb of that his wife. You're understanding? So like that means he's a dead body. But how the child is produced in the dead body through the dead body? Because of the Sankalpa Bala of that king. Yoga Bala of that king. Because of that it was able. The same way now Kunti Maharani is saying, I want to see production of the children. Through your Yoga Bala, I want to get the children. Not by some other man. So like that she said. Then after that, a lot of story is there. Lot of discussion. There is no end. How the conclusion finally they So there is a lot of discussion, and finally they decide to get the children. So Kunti Maharani got the blessings, the devatas. That we'll see in the next session. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. It's mind is falling. Any questions? Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, we want to show you the darshan of Sri Radha Gopinath. Can I?
Yes. Where Mataji this place? This place this is. This is place. Okay. Any questions? Please let me know the questions. Thank you, Mataji. So, any questions from? Mani. Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी.
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा.
कृष्णा प्रभु जी. प्रणाम प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी, आपने फूड के बारे में बताया है, तो फूड मतलब जैसे जो लोग वानप्रस्थ में जाते हैं, तो आपने बताया कि वो सिलोन व्रत को देते हैं. तो हमारा प्रश्न ये है कि जो एक शब्द होता है अधिक खाना, तो जो कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में है, तो अधिक खाना किस टाइप वेराइटी ऑफ, या चटनी में रोटी भी खा लें तो ज्यादा खा लें, तो मैंने किस टाइप का फूड जो लोग कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में है, तो एग्जैक्ट किस तरह का फूड लेना चाहिए. जैसे भगवान को तो प्रसाद हम कई तरह का लगा सकते हैं, तो
किस तरफ का फूड लेना है. सो भगवद गीता में कहा गया ना, जिसमें रस रहता है, टेस्ट रहता है, और जो फ्रेश है, सात्विक है, और वैसा अन्न को भगवान को भोग लगा के लेना. भगवद गीता में कहा गया. सो किस प्रकार के अन्न को खाना चाहिए, किस प्रकार की दान करना चाहिए, किस प्रकार की तपस्या करना चाहिए. सात्विक राशि गुणत्रय विभाग योग 13 chapter 14 chapter. Prabhupada is also writing. Call Guru Prabhu. Kala Rupa, where are you? Unmute it. No? Okay, very good. Prem Kalpataru, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So last time I have asked a question about the defects, that about the 4 defects, and so I have a doubt about again. So is it defects? Do animals and plants, other species also have other than humans?
Yes.
Or is it only for humans?
Yes. Any entity who has senses, limited senses, they all have.
But it will be varying about, because if you see the plants, they don't have the visible senses. I don't know what they have. So maybe the defects are like lesser, something like that. Is it? Like maybe not 4 defects, maybe 1 or 2 defects they have, plants. I don't know.
आपका ऐसे विचित्र चित्र क्वेश्चंस कैसा आता है मुझे यही समझ नहीं आता. माता जी How you are able to ask this kind of questions? So many. I have questions on your way of questioning. Mataji, actually, animals, they have even the sense, they have also senses. They don't have the senses like human beings. Human senses are more subtle and strong. So, and also humans have the intelligence, matured intelligence. All the shastras are meant for the humans, not for the animals. So that's why these books, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and also spiritual progress, these are all meant for the humans only, not for the animals. Animals are the very lower species. Their senses is very dull, and also they don't have even all senses also. Trees also have senses. Skin, they don't have skin, they have skin. That is also sense. If you touch the skin, they feel it also. If you use some axe and if you cut it, then they fry, they lament, they release the liquids. So they also have the sensation, there is no doubt. But the point is they are a very, very lower species. And why you are asking that?
So do they generate the karma? Because they have senses, no?
Those are all meant for the karma bhoga. That means they suffer for the karma. They are not accumulating the karma. But humans are accumulating.
Okay, in that case, they don't carry forward the karma. Like we say that humans, we have so many millions of birds, karma is there. So does that means it's only human form of the karma, not the animal or other
Mataji,
species? Yes, Prabhu.
मैं तो अपना स्वरूप में नहीं आना चाहता हूँ. आपको तो बहुत कुछ बोलने वाला था लेकिन कंट्रोल करना. देखिए, ये जो जीव हैं, जो भी नीच योनियां, उससे ट्रैवल करके ह्यूमन में आता है जीवात्मा. जीवात्मा सभी योनियों में ट्रैवल करके आती है. It travel from the various yonis, species. So that's why it is suffering as per its karma. Jivatma is holding the karma. As per its karma, various species, it is getting the various punishment, and finally it is coming to the human body. There it can get rid of from the karma by doing the bhakti. But if it doesn't do that bhakti, then he's further gathering and he's going back once again various yonis. 84 lakhs of species. Fundamental question, Mataji. The beginning only we read this. Did you read Prabhupada's small books or not?
Yes, Prabhu, few books I read.
No, you should read all small books. First you do this. You should read the Prabhupada's small books. Life Transformation Life, so Second Chance, and also
Yes,
like
I
this.
read.
So
Yes.
many books are there. All these small books you should read first. So then you should your basics will become very strong. Then after that, so gradually then you can read the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita thoroughly you should read. There is no doubt, there is nothing wrong in your questions, but you have to. These are all very nicely discussed and explained in the Prabhupada's small books. Those books you have to sit along with some group of devotees. So then you should read nicely. Then it all will be clarified. Kalarup Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Kalarupa, you are there or not? Switch on your video. I want to see your transcendental face. Yes, why you are not unmuting? What is the problem? Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's okay now. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandava
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Pranam.
Yes, Shri
Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada.
Yes.
Yeah,
How are
Prabhu.
you?
I'm fine, Prabhu. First of all, I want to express my profound gratitude to you, gratefulness to you about what you are doing this all these classes, very wonderful classes, and giving us a great enlightenment about the Dharma Shastras.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, Prabhu, today my question is, we can see in Africa, we people who live in villages, so we can find that our basic education are based on the Dharma Shastras are very, I found everything, the same thing in Dharma Shastras. And we see that our great parents did not have scriptures, but in our education, we can see we are following some principle of Dharma Shastra. But how can we relate this this situation with the Dharma Shastras known in India?
So actually what happened, that Ayati's few sons, that means Yavanas and Glechas. So Turvasu and also what is that? One more, I forgot the name, 5 sons. So like that, they were also their origin. All the people who are there on this earth planet, they are all also the descendants of the Vedic culture only. But only thing is something lacking actually. Some kind of Sistachara is lacking. So that's why you can see in your villages also the same way of the Dharma Shastras. That means same kind of things, values they still might be following or maybe followed in the older generation. Might now because of the so-called modernism and the Kali's advancement, people are leaving. But if you see in the European countries also, so you can see this kind of dharma is at least followed in the few centuries back. But the quality, that means the amount is not equal actually. If you see in India, those might be following the brahmanas, they might be following the more dharma and very detailed. So that's why you cannot see, nothing is surprise. That means whatever the discussions we did, can relate so many things with your parents and the villages, the people still what they are following. But only thing is that has to be preserved. Now what you have to do, their goal should be the Krishna consciousness, but they should act on their dharma and aspire for the pure devotion. And but in the basic society, they should not accept the animalistic culture. Now they are like becoming like for the sense gratification, they are leaving the dharma, and wherever there is a money, they are running behind that, and for that, whatever they like, they want to do that. They are doing that. So that kind of tendencies has to be stopped actually.
Yeah.
And there has to be reminded. So we are all, our origin is Vedic culture. You should teach to them. And if they ask what is the standard, then that means there might be so many deviations might have seen in your village also. No, those deviations came Sakalena Mahato Yoga Nashta Parantapa. These Vedic traditions also are lost. As much as contamination is increasing in the people's heart, the values of the dharma is degraded. In the due course of time, it is falling, still falling actually. That has to be set back by understanding this Mahabharata. In our classes, we have discussed so many points. So you can develop a small book instead of stories, just as a rules, and you can help in reviving that so that society can be protected. The Sattva-guna will be maintained, and those people can take up the bhakti very easily. They can advance in bhakti. So like that.
Yeah.
So Varnashrama Dharma can be introduced. See how much can you can introduce in the time. So you have to decide that. You are a Brahmana, thoughtful man. You are understanding the scope of this dharma, and now you have to see practically how much you can implement. And you should give the directions to the next generations. This is not the ending of the story. They also has to come to the standards which are set in the Shastra. That kind of approach should be there. There should not be compromise. The compromise is there only due course of time, but everyone should keep on increasing that in generation after generation. That should be there actually. So such a brahmanas also one should create there also, who can take it forward the mission. But also you should introduce the rules, and for the kshatriyas, for the brahmanas, and it may not be equal to the varnashrama in India. Indian Varnashrama, maybe the people are more standards, but there may be little less. But it should be introduced and it should be encouraged. You have to see the situation of the present people's situation. So for that, you should have very clean approach. You should not be corrupted actually. If your heart is corrupted, then you will be not able to implement properly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So, Prabhu, please one more question. Who is the Prajapati of Africans, especially Black Africans?
Actually, from Prithu Maharaj, whoever came, from Vena, Nishada came. Na? So
Okay.
the descriptions, and he also went there. So he was asked by the Brahmanas to leave this place. And Prabhupada wrote in those purports, the descendants of this Nishada will be the present Africans, like that, I think. Yes, Kalpana Mataji, yes or no?
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Kalpana is speaking so. What is
Prabhu,
happening?
I remember reading in the Bhagavatam that one black person came and he is. I remember reading that in the Bhagavatam. So what?
Yes, that's a Venus. Yeah, Venus from that body of journey. First Nishada came, and Prabhupada writes his descendants are he is the Prajapati.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also we are seeing here
Yayati's
sons also, that's Yavanas and the Mlechas. That means Middle East, they are the Yavanas, and if you go to the western side, they are the Mlechas. They are all coming. And for the Nishadas, these Africans from this Venan body, the Nishada came. Like this. Everyone origin is this only. So origin is the Vedic culture is origin for all the cultures. Deviation of the Vedic culture is now the different forms took. Any other questions? Oh, thank you very much for all of you for kind and patient hearing. So we'll be meeting in the future. We'll meet after 2 months. I cannot take up any one more course within these 2 months because now I have to serve the real students, real time students. Now you're all online students. Offline students, I'm going for the different places. Teach in India only. So the different temples I have to go and teach the different classes. You can be hearing my classes if you want from June 8th onwards, June 10th onwards actually. June 10th onwards, you'll be hearing my various classes in my YouTube channel. I'll telecast every day, at least 6 hours classes will be there. Offline, you can keep, that means you can hear through online actually. Online, not on the real time. In YouTube channel, you can. My June 10th to June 17th, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. 7 days. Every day 6 hours, 42 hours. Madhuri Kadambini. Then after that, June 17th onwards, you can hear what is that? 9th canto, first 6 chapters. Then after that 1 week, that is, and also Bhakti Shastri I teach. You can see those lectures on my YouTube channel. Then after that 1 week, first canto, chapter 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 3 chapters. So for 1 week. Then after that, very important thing is going to come. I am going to another place, Juhu, there. I am going to teach 3rd canto, 14th chapter, 15th chapter, 16th chapter. Very important series this is. And you are going to hear 14th chapter, 15 and 16. Very, very important this is. These lectures, I will definitely say not to miss this. That the discussion between this Jaya Vijay getting the curse and also Chatushkumara getting the darshan of the Vishnu. There is a great discussion, lot of values are being discussed, culture and bhakti, dharma. These lectures for 1 week, and after that, next week, 3rd canto, 29, 30, 31st chapters. That is also very important discussion. Those lectures, then after that, like this, will go for the 2 months. Okay, we'll be hearing the various classes through YouTube channel. Then once I come back in August 8th, I will definitely think for taking the series what I left back. So I have to finish Bhagavad Gita. Let us see at that time what I feel that means need of the society. So we'll do that. Maybe Harinamam Vyakaran. I'm not sure. Okay, please pray for me so that my throat should be in a working condition. And I really sincerely, that means give your blessings so that I can serve nicely. That's my request for all of you. And take positively about this course. Might be seeing that lot of dharma I am emphasizing, and the one purpose is only the helping tool for the devotion. Like Rupa Goswami is saying before entering into the Suddha Bhakti, like Jnana and Vairagya may help, like that is also may help you. So by following this kind of culture, will keep you in the mode of goodness. And so that you can take the advantage of studying the scriptures and understanding the things properly. Make you more serious and sincere devotee. So by being in the goodness. That's why that's only the purpose. Bhakti is always independent. Bhakti is powerful. By the blessings of pure devotee, if we are able to get the full faith on the Lord and you are able to surrender fully, and if you are able to devotion 24 hours, you are more fortunate and no one is equal to him. So, but if we don't have such a fortunate state immediately now, कर्मण्येव अधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलं हेतुर् मा तो संध्यस्त कर्म. Till that time you have to follow the dharma and karma strictly and try to implement whatever is being said. There is no harm to your bhakti by following the life, whatever the rules explained here. Definitely, you don't need to stop your chanting. Keep on chanting. Keep on doing your sadhana. But in the day-to-day life, when you are dealing with your various people, so whatever the points are discussed, you should implement that. Instead of implementing or following your own whimsical style of the life, follow the lifestyle, whatever is given by the Shastra, which will definitely help you progress in your spiritual journey. Okay. This is my request. Thank you very much for your kind and patient. Roshan.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So I wanted to ask, there one devotee I'm living with. He is a senior devotee. So, but he is like a senior and very elevated and respected devotee. He don't have a child. He have a boy child. He have a daughter, and he is in Krishna consciousness already. And Mataji is also in Krishna consciousness, and his daughter is also in Krishna consciousness. So earlier you were talking or telling something about getting married and doing the reen and the loan. Can you describe the situation?
I told her clearly there. For general society, son is very important to repay the debt of the Pitru Devatas. But in the case of the devotees, I said this point also. Remember, I said this point also that in case of the devotees, they will be having the children to propagate the Krishna consciousness. So that is the purpose of marriage. But if they don't have any children, and if they are serious in Krishna consciousness, and there is no need to go for second marriage, and there is no need to adapt, they can dedicate their life to spread the Krishna consciousness, since they are serious. And they should sorrow fully this movement. So because that is a more highest, that's a more higher principle. But the couple who got married and they are practicing devotion, they should definitely go for the getting children. And they should not think that the children is the burden for me and I don't want to have a children. I can happy with my devotional service. Husband and wife, we will be alone and we don't want any children. That's the wrong idea. But someone tried and they are not getting. Then in that case, and there is no need to go for the, that means other methods, whatever is being explained. They should simply focus on, focusing on spreading this Krishna consciousness. And they can accept the Vanaprastha life. They should accept Vanaprastha life and focus on, like how in the case of the Pandu, he decided to go for the Vanaprastha life. They also lived in the Vanaprastha life. So they should become Vanaprasthis, no sex, further sex. They should not go for the sense gratification. And live Vanaprastha means focus on the spirituality. So more and more focus on spirituality. No aspirations for the, if children are there, then they should earn money and they look for the more and more ways to find the artha, dharma, artha, kama. They will be going for the dharma, artha, kama and righteous way. They should work and earn money. They should do these things. Then they should stop this or minimize and prepare for the Vanaprastha. Retire the life. That means more focus on the spirituality, serving the Krishna and preaching mission they should involve. Okay. This is that.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavad.
So also I request all of you. So Kalbu Prabhu. So this is the Varnashrama Dharma actually. Daya Varnashrama Dharma means Mahabharat. We can learn so many things. As a thoughtful brahmana, we should also see the suitable things for the society. In a suitable way, we should guide the society so that they can become more and more Krishna consciousness. And also they should not become sahajiyas. We should not go to any extreme end. Without any dharma, just simply so-called sahajiya type sadhana they should not do. And also they should not leave the bhakti and only focusing on dharma. That also should not happen. So that's why understand the gravity of the bhakti. In that light of the bhakti, one should see what is suitable for society. At that time, what amount of dharma has to be implemented. Thoughtfully has to be taken. Now I describe all the things what are said by Vasudev in this Mahabharata. But you people have to careful enough in implementing these things. Not that everything you should implement. But maybe some things can be implemented after the few years. Some can be implemented immediately. some can be not at all useful for the bhakti also. So we have to be thoughtful enough in this. But many things I said which can be implemented and which are important also. How a wife should behave, husband should behave, brahmana, kshatriya, leader, how he should be, what are the qualities, these are all meant for everyone. So certain things may not be. Now today we have discussed the 10 kinds of children, that means producing a child through the another, so qualified person. These kind of things are not meant for the Kali Yuga. And don't think that these are all also we can implement. Whatever I heard, everything I will implement. No. So that's why you should be thoughtful enough. And a lot more is there to discuss in the Mahabharata. Even we didn't reach that means, so very less actually. We finished even less than, I don't know. So less than 5%, I think. So a lot is there. In future classes, we'll be discussing further. And even if I am not able to discuss, you should know how, understand now Mahabharata. At least I give some experience. You are also helping me to do this course. Really, I'm so happy. Because of your all presence only, I'm able to, so dare to, and by the blessings of Krishna and all our acharyas, by all your blessings, able to speak something. And please forgive me if I hurted or if I discussed or if I did anything wrong. And please let me know any mistakes I committed. Thank you very much for all of you. So soon we'll meet after a few months. Hare Krishna. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।